Hello! How's it going, chat? Sorry, I'm a little bit late today. I don't really have an excuse. I just got up late and I didn't have time to do all the things that I want to do. Anyway, today it is Saturday. It is June 13th of 2020 and welcome to another stream. Yeah, I don't really have too many plans for today's stream. I do want to update you guys on what I've been building a little bit offline for pre-commit CI and go over some of the other stuff. Rose says you have a microphone in the shot. Yeah, it's usually there. It's usually there, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's always there. But yeah, also hello Rollers, welcome back. But yeah, I have a couple of things to update since last time. I didn't stream yesterday. I was not feeling well. I just like sometimes I have those days where I just don't want to like do anything, and that was one of those days, and I don't really have an explanation for it. I just kind of felt like crap, and so I didn't do anything. So sorry about that. I guess I did do some stuff offline though, which I have some stuff to show. But let's see. So since Wednesday, which was 4 days ago, something like that. Thursday, Friday, no, 3 days ago. Okay. So I did a couple of things with PyUpgrade since last time. We worked on this patch last time we were streaming together, which is a syntax rewriter for old style supercalls. And I rolled this out, but I ended up having to revert it because it turns out it's pretty broken. Like, it worked on all of my code, but that's because my code tends to do like, you know, very, you know, more straightforward things, I think, or at least I would say. Hey, what's up, Yoda Droid? Welcome back. It says, hello, I hope world. Yeah, you know, normal people write hello world programs, but I wrote hello world programs. But yeah, this did work for like the basic cases that I set up here. Like I really only had 2 test cases for the actual rewriting, and it turns out there's a lot more edge cases that I didn't really consider. We might actually address those later in the stream, because I think there's a way that I can solve this. This was actually one of these things where I was like, oh well, I guess this is impossible, I'm just gonna revert it and never come back to this. But then I was in the shower and I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, I bet I could do that. Or that other thing. Yeah, I think I could fix this. So we'll take a look at this, revert this patch, and then, or revert the revert, and adjust that. So we might look at that later. Hey, what's up, JB Pratt? Hello. Welcome back. I don't actually know when I started saying hello. It's totally like subconscious, but now I guess it's part of my brand. So, rip me, I guess. Hey, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? Hello. Pre-commit was made under the shower, yes. Unrevert. Re-revert. Vert. We'll just vert it. We won't... Actually, like, revert seems like a weird word. Is there a word that's just vert? Fine, vert. Seems like not related to revert. Anyway, wonder what the etymology of revert is. Revert. Does Merriam-Webster have etymology? Middle English from Anglo-French revertir, from Latin revertire. Transitive verb to turn back, intransitive to return. Okay. I guess it's it's not revert, it's just revert. Hey, what's up, Shaz Robot? Hello, welcome back. And Master Tech, how's it going? Anyway, before we get sidetracked on words. But yeah, I ran it on PyTest and it broke a bunch of code. So I didn't actually commit it to PyTest because I didn't want it to be broken. So what I did, and this is actually like kind of a workflowy thing that I feel like is not the most well understood, or like maybe like not, you know, people say it but don't talk about it. So I introduced a feature, and so it was a minor version bump, and then I reverted the feature, and then released a bug fix patch. It's debatable whether this should have been a feature or a minor patch, or I mean even a breaking change, because honestly, pretty much every change in PyUpgrade is considered a breaking change because it will, it'll cause new failures that were not there before. But I think like you can interpret semantic versioning to make code formatters fall into the feature and bug fix bucket instead of the breaking bucket. But I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts about that. But if I were to unrevert this, it would be another minor revision, I think. Or at least that's how I would do it. It's actually kind of funny, the versioning of this package. Before it was 2.0, it was at like 1.20 something. Let's see, 2.1. Yeah, 1.27. So like, the versioning of this is kind of a little bit wild, but anyway, so I did fix that. I also found another bug while fixing it. Is this issues? No, PRs. So I found another bug while fixing PyUpgrade, oddly enough. And this code comes from a package that I wrote at Yelp and open sourced, which implements mod rpath, which is an Apache module, which allows you to identify IP addresses from reversed proxied things, which is perhaps a bit of a mouthful, but what it does is it a common setup for a lot of websites is a load your code will go, or your request will go to a load balancer, and then that load balancer might jump to another load balancer, or it'll jump to your application. But from your application's perspective, it'll look like that request came from your load balancer. And so like if you naively look at the IP address, you'll get 10 dot whatever for your internal network. But you really want your application to know about the IP address of your client. And so what proxies often do is they'll pass a header like x forwarded for, or x original IP, or like some made up header that indicates the original IP address from the client. Now, and then your application should take that IP address and shove it into the IP address field so that your application knows like what the proper IP is. And mod rpath does this in Apache, and so like you can trivially see what what the IP address is just from having this Apache module installed. But if you're not using Apache, you don't necessarily have access to this. And so I wrote this WSGI middleware, WSGI mod rpath, such that you can have rpath-like functionality in a non-Apache environment. So you could do this with like a Flask app running in Junicorn, or in Yelp's case, this was for WSGI. And it's pretty straightforward. However, there are some very tricky like string bytes manipulation stuff that has to happen here. So you can see like we treat in Python 2, you treat well, this is a whole different thing. I have a whole fucking rant about this. We're probably not going to go into huge details, but this is like my least favorite PEP ever. PEP 3333, which I guess I could have used the fancy command in chat. But PEP 3333 is the extension to PEP 333, which is the WSGI specification for Python 3. And my problem with it is they default headers to Latin 1 decoding. So if you ever send a UTF-8 header, you'll just immediately get Mojibake. So in order to deal with that, you need to take the Unicode header that your application hands you, you need to encode it to Latin 1 so that you get bytes back, and then you need to decode it using UTF-8 to get to like a reasonable string. And so like all the strings that PEP 333 compatible servers hand you are just garbage. And if if you're dealing with an app that's internationalized and has headers that are not always Latin 1, which it's the year 2020, so things are not super Latin 1 anymore. you'll end up with Mojibake. And so, and what Mojibake is it literally means something like, I forget what it means. But the functionality is that like you are interpreting bytes using the wrong encoding. So if you ever see like, you know, like A with a little dot over the top of it, when you expect to see like a curly quote, that's like a canonical example of Mojibake. Oh, it's literally translated to garbled. But yeah, if you see stuff like this or that, for instance, where's the like Latin 1 one? Yeah, like this shit. You see this, that's often Mojibake. Like you'll see like stuff that's just like completely nonsensed. But anyway, Pet333 just like basically signs you up for Mojibake 100% of the time, and you have to know to like do this weird dance. And they introduced this like Unicode byte string idea, which is just fucking nonsense. They should have just kept it as bytes. That would have made way more sense, and maybe provided helpers for decoding in a sensible way. But unfortunately, we can't fix it now because it's been 10 fucking years since they made this idea. And anyway, I'm not going to go into huge details about this, but I think it's a bad idea. JL says, man, your code is full of bug. Yeah. Well, the thing is, PyUpgrade does a lot of complicated things, and so there's a lot of syntactical edge cases with the tokenizer and the AST that PyUpgrade has to handle. And this was just one of the cases where I didn't handle it completely correctly. So this is so PyUpgrade has a replacer where it will delete Python 2 particular blocks if you're in Python 3 mode. And so what should have happened here is it should have deleted all of this code here, and then it should have dedented this code. And what it was doing is it was dedenting everything except for this line. And that might seem weird, but the reason for that is the dedent code looks for unimportant whitespace at the beginning of a line where the previous token is a new line token. Now, for this line, there's a new line token right here, right at the end of this line here. For this line here, there's a new line token here. This line is empty, so it gets skipped. And for reasons, the token before this line is not a new line, it is a dedent token because it immediately followed another function. I'd argue that the dedent token should come before the new lines, but you know, Python is a little bit weird in this case. So I just had to adjust the code to look for dedent tokens in this situation as well. So it was a pretty easy fix, but figuring it out took a while. Like this is just the fix here to adjust my dedent code to look for this token as well. And you know, wrote a test for that, validated it, and released that as well. Did you file a DMCA against Yelp yet? No, I haven't done that yet, Shazrobot. I feel like that's not a good use to my time, but I feel you. It makes sense. I also feel your frustration for the things you were talking about in Discord. Hey, what's up, Chawa Papaya? Welcome back. And Rasmus, hello. Hey, what's up, Levinson? Welcome back. And Teckledev, hello. Hey, Yoda Droid, thank you for the resub, 2 months. Awesome. Appreciate the subscription. Rasmus says, I want to learn to code in Python. Do you have any recommendations as for a book and course? Levinson also says the same, it seems. So I'm not a book learner myself, unfortunately, so I don't really have all that much advice there. If you're just starting out, I have 2 resources that I usually suggest. The first of those is learnpython.org. This has some very good basics. Like I would recommend these here. Not so much their advanced and data science stuff. Like some of this is not the best. Some of it's all right, but some of it's not the best. But their basic stuff is, you know, pretty good. Although I don't agree with their string formatting module either, because they're teaching literally the oldest way to do string formatting. And yeah, you shouldn't use %format anymore. Like basically f strings or format, or that's it. Don't use anything else. Really just use f strings if you can. But they teach %format for whatever reason. And the other resource that I often suggest is, what is it, realpython.org? Yes. And this is more like blog post style tutorial content. And some of it's not free, so like double check when you open an article that like the full article is there, because they have like a paid subscription if you want. There's also stuff on like Udemy and like other course like websites, but this is like, you know, good free content, I guess. Additionally, I also have some content, although mine is poorly organized, I guess. It's more just like when I have an idea for a video, I will just make the video. And so you can see like I have these purple ones are me like explaining things about Python or Git or Docker or like whatever I feel like explaining. And so sometimes there's some good stuff there. Hey, what's up, Ronnie Holm and Cuckley? Thank you both for the follow. Welcome to the stream. TickleDev says, what is PEP in general? So PEP, P-E-P, is Python Enhancement Proposal, and it's the methodology by which Python makes proposals for extensions to the language and related core tools. So things like, you know, pip and such also go through PEPs to decide like how packaging will progress, or like you know, the typing stuff all went through PEP 484 to say like this is how type annotations will work, this is how type checkers will support them, that sort of deal. And so a PEP is just kind of like an explanation of those ideas, and then, you know, they're decided upon by a steering console, which used to be just a single person deciding on that, and then like eventually they're either implemented or abandoned. But yeah, that's the idea behind PEPs. And some of them are like miscellaneous, like Levinson points out PEP 8, which talks about syntax rules and standards. Yes, so they like most of them are about improving and like extending Python, but some of them are like, you know, style guidelines for Python itself. I say guidelines with heavy air quotes as well. Hey, what's up, Cuckley? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Parsit, welcome back, and RKJ, welcome back as well. Rasmus says, do you have good resources for project ideas which also has answers so one could check and find the errors? So like kind of like cookie cutter projects where you're just like trying to replicate someone else's idea. I don't really have any good examples of those, but if you're looking for like an easy to medium-ish project that you can kind of get started with, there's kind of like two ideas that I always suggest. One of them is to make a chatbot. So if you have like a platform that you converse on, like Discord or IRC, or I don't know, those are the only two that I use. I guess Twitch chat also. But like writing a bot is often a good way to like get started with a language and like kind of learn some basic ideas and like some code structure and that sort of deal. The other is to build like a web app that does something for you. Then again, like a web app might distract you from your main goal, and you might end up like spending more time doing, you know, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript than actually your backend stuff. But I don't really have any examples of those. You know, some I usually build like developer tools, which doesn't really meld well to like beginner projects always, or like have particular solutions. Another thing that you can build is like a kind of list app sort of deal. Like, I don't know, to-do lists are a pretty common one. The other thing you can do is like, a lot of people put examples of these up on like GitHub and whatever. So if you just search for like, you know, Python chatbot, you can probably find like a bunch of examples of those. But I don't know, find something. Also, like my main advice here is like find something that you're going to be interested in working on, and like that will help you be more motivated to continue to work on it as the project like progresses, and you'll be less likely to burn out on it if you enter like a difficult thing. It'll also better motivate you to like, you know, do some research and learn some stuff about the tooling and stuff. And I don't know, that's my thought. I learn a lot by doing projects. I'm very much like a project oriented learner. So like if I want to figure something out, like I'll, you know, come up with some idea that involves that and then work on it. Like for instance, I wanted to learn async IO, and so, you know, my chatbot that I wrote here that you can see in the terminal, my chatbot is a good example of like, oh, I bet I could, you know, write a chatbot, and, you know, I know how to write a synchronous chatbot using, you know, the IRC protocol and stuff like that, but I bet I could make an async one, which does, you know, similar ideas. And so I built this with the idea of like building an async program. Another example of this is my text editor. I wanted to learn curses, and so, oh boy, did I learn curses. But this is my own text editor, which, you know, renders to the terminal and like does all sorts of cool stuff. But like this was one of my excuses to like get better at knowing how curses works and like rendering a terminal UI, that sort of deal. But anyway, hopefully that's helpful. Resna says, because at the end of the day, no video course or book is going to replace programming, but in the beginning, one needs a helping hand, kind of like training wheels for learning how to ride a bike. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Like, I think like, you know, you need to learn the basics of the syntax and the language before you can kind of like build a project. Arsa says, by the way, don't bother to feel bad because of some random dudes that decides to open random issues on projects. This COVID made a lot of people insane. I think I know what you're referring to. There was a oh, I don't have it open in this browser. I'll just put the link in chat. You guys can form your own opinions about this. That's not the URL. But basically somebody opened a rather disgruntled issue on PyFlakes, and I felt that they weren't, you know, the most in line in their statements. But I don't really want to get salty about that on stream right now, though. RKJ says, have you improved the community experience today, Anthony? I see what you did there. JL says, I've never done a chatbot and I refuse to do it. That's fair. I mean, chatbots aren't for everyone. Cookley says, what are you actually doing today? Being distracted and talking with chat. That's what we're doing today. Let's see. Oh yeah, I already talked about all the old stuff. So what I want to work on today is merging this pull request. It's very close to being correct. I just want to play around with it a little bit and make sure that it's working properly. So this repository, precommit/action, is a GitHub action, which will be obsolete soon enough. I'm actually working to obsolete this thing right now. That's like my main project. Unfortunately, I won't be able to work on that on stream for a while. And I'll give you an update on that in a second. But anyway, precommit action is a GitHub action where you can copy and paste this giant chunk of YAML and it'll kind of work. It's not the best. It works well enough. Oh. But the clunkiest part is actually what this person is looking to replace, which is this chunk of code right here. And what this does is it sets up the caching for the precommit GitHub action. Now, unfortunately, this is a lot to copy and paste, and it's a little bit error prone. There's actually been 2 bugs in this line right here. 2 very, very subtle bugs in this line right here that meant that this caching code was incorrect. Can't even see it all. This was part of the correctness fix. And what was the other correctness fix? Oh, this was the other correctness fix. This was not always referring to the right Python. I think it originally said Python 3 or Python 2 or something like that, but anyway, there's some like correctness issues in this. And what this pull request aims to do is take that caching code and put it into JavaScript where it's no longer a problem. Hey, what's up, Not Plato? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I want to fix up this pull request because right now it's spread across 13 commits and like does some slightly not right stuff. And we have refactor, style sort of commits. And so I want to adjust the code slightly and then, you know, commit that. Hey, what's up, Root Key? How's it going? You've been here before. Your name sounds familiar. Welcome back. But yeah, also you can run bang project. I can type today. Did I set up my keyboard? Yeah. Man, I was super flustered right before starting the stream today because I was like pretty far behind. Partially because I spent about a half an hour writing up my response to this issue here. So like this took me a while when I usually was doing my stream prep, and so that's why I didn't necessarily get to this as soon as I could have. Or I didn't get to my like open source or my stream setup. But anyway, we're gonna work on this patch today. The patch is mostly good. I'm gonna do like a little code review, but not you know, actually comment on it because I'm just gonna fix the things because yeah. So the first problem is this got accidentally downgraded due to an incorrect merge resolution. So I need to put this back at 111. This all seems fine. I would probably sort these, but it's also not a big deal. Actually, yeah, I would definitely sort these because they're already sorted, but they're not. This one's not sorted. I want to rewrite the skip Python version function because it's a little bit verbose. There's a node function called execute sync, which would do this, but in a better way. Ruki says, I was watching Nahum Khan, then I saw you live, and here I am. Nice. I don't know what Nahum Khan is. Can you explain that to me? Yups, the lad down the can says, what's the main idea behind import sorting? I came across it this week for the first time. So the main rationale for import sorting is to have, well, this is true for like a lot of the code formatters that I write. The main rationale that I agree with for import sorting is it reduces merge conflicts when you're working in open source as well as when you're working in large organizations. So you can imagine a situation where two independent developers are working on the same file and they both add the same import. Well, there's two situations. They add the same import but in different places, or they add different imports in the same place. Both of those will end up in problems. The first will probably be a linter error for a duplicate import, and the second would be a merge conflict. And both of those are avoidable if you use a sorter. So if you're sorting your imports and you both add the same import, there won't be a conflict because the patches both result in the same line being introduced. And the other situation where you add different imports will be less likely to cause a merge conflict. It's still possible that they cause a merge conflict if they're like alphabetically similar. But in more situations than not, an alphabetical sorting will result in fewer conflicts. The other reason is just from a consistency standpoint. Like, you know, we're programmers, so we like things in nice, neat boxes, and sorting stuff is one way to put them in a nice, neat box. It's also easier at a glance to see, like, you know, is this imported already? Oh, I'll just, you know, naturally binary search in my head to find the actual import that I'm looking for. Hey, what's up, Ethan Diving? Hello to you as well. Welcome back. Yep, slide down the can says, okay, so it doesn't really sort it, just tracks what imports you've added. So when I was talking about import sorter, I was particularly talking about one that I had implemented. There are many other import sorters which have similar goals, but the one that I wrote is called reorder Python imports. You know, I'm real great at naming things. Like this just fucking says what it does. Although, if I could go back in time, I would be like, Anthony, don't use underscores. None of your projects will ever use underscores after this, so don't name this one with underscores. Unfortunately, a lot of things refer to this using the underscores, and I've actually, you'll notice that when I typed it in the address bar, I think I actually typed it with dashes, and the dashes actually redirects to the underscores because I renamed the project back and forth once. Although when I renamed it, it broke something, so I put it back. It might be better now, it might be fixed now, so I might actually be able to rename this. But there was a bug in GitHub where like redirects were not handling properly. But anyway, this like talks about the rationale here and like talks a little bit about the merge conflict reduction stuff. It also goes further than that. So like there's a style in Python where you can put all of the imports in a particular line and comma separate them. But reorder Python imports tries to split those out. And this is where people are like, oh, but it adds more lines of code. And it's like, who fucking cares, bud? Like, you're not getting paid by the line of code, and if you were, you would probably want more anyway. But anyway, I've had many a conversation with some angry individuals about this, and I'm like, I just don't care. Like, this is what it does. I'm not changing it. Go away. NAMCOM is a CTF competition organized by NAHAMSEC, John Hammond, and others. CTFs started yesterday. Today's guest lecture started and it will end tomorrow. Tomorrow winners will be announced. Awesome. I have not done a CTF in quite a while. I find them fun though. Like there's something about like breaking into a system where you're allowed to, you know, allowed to kind of fuck with stuff, and like there's some fun to that. I really like the like security sort of ones though. Hey, what's up, Simplex? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Like the mathy CTFs, I don't find as fun. Like I like the ones where you're like, all right, you know, SQL inject this backend system to, you know, get access to a password where you log into account and then escalate it to another machine. Like all this like sort of stuff like that. I really like those sorts of CTFs. But bigger diffs take more time to compress, says Ethan typing. Yeah. Hello, Simplex. Oh yeah, you just followed. I have the short-term memory. I can do that. But anyway, this can be one line of code, which would make this a lot easier. Interestingly, they actually regressed this to the older version, which I find a little suspicious. But we can do basically the same code that we did here. But yeah, I want to replace this function out. I'm surprised that the caching code doesn't do this for us. I'm gonna actually do some research about their cache restoring code as well, because race condition. Anyway, I'm gonna look more into this as well, because I want to understand how this thing works. Also, I think they might have downgraded the package.json. So I will need to rebuild this. Yeah, I don't know why UUID is here, for instance. My guess is that they're on macOS, but I don't actually know. But anyway, we'll be doing some of that today. That's part of the plan. Another thing that I want to work on is there's a PyTest plugin, which I am one of the maintainers of, although I've done very little to no actual contributions on this project, and I feel kind of bad about it. Actually, have I done anything? Oh, please let me be in this list. Oh, I've done one thing. Yeah, I fixed the packaging. But anyway, I have not done much for this, and I feel a little bit bad about it. But another Anthony has been doing a lot of work on this project, and I kind of want to do one little patch today. And that one little patch is related to a change in pytest, or in pytest-nunit, which is a distributed test runner for pytest. It allows you to kind of naively parallelize things. And we're trying to have more inclusive language in the attributes of some of the objects in pytest. And unfortunately, one of the terms that was used in xdist was the attribute slave input, which is a little bit insensitive and could be improved to have like a worker name instead. Yeah, so the fix here is pretty straightforward. Oh, it looks like well, that's an interesting branch name there. Oh, this is dropping the backwards compatibility. Oh, I guess worker info has already been a thing for a while. Okay, so this is pretty easy to fix. And I think we can actually just straight up break the compatibility. I'll make two different patches, which, you know, one of them will restore, like, maintain backwards compatibility, but I think we can just say that, like, you know, this has been around since xdist in 2017. Where's the first patch? Closed by 268. which will hopefully 2016. Let's see when this was merged and released. Where's the merge commit? Here it is. So this was merged in 2018 and released in 1.22. And yeah, I think it's probably fine to just remove the backward compatibility. Honestly, this patch is gonna be easier, so I'm just gonna do this first. Simple says, haven't done anything in Python for so long, just been programming in C++ for so long now. I really like C++. And, you know, people are like, oh, but C++, it's so verbose and copies and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, it has a pretty nice STL library. It's got a compiler that will tell me when things are wrong. I mean, yeah, some of the stuff is a little bit clunky, but I kind of like C++. I miss writing a lot of it. C++ was basically all I did for 3-ish years. And I was really good at it too, and I kind of miss it. I do occasionally write some C++, but not all that much. Hey, what's up, Zolor? Thank you for stopping by again. Welcome back. Somebody says I love it. Yeah, C++ is, I don't know. So I was gonna clip me and be like, you said C++ is good, but I don't know, I like it. Hey, what's up, Arjuna the Feared? Welcome back. Can anyone recommend a decent source for teaching yourself computer science? Ooh, so computer science, I assume you mean like different from learning programming. I feel like computer science is one of those things that's a lot different to learn than programming, because like programming you can just kind of like build shit and like, you know, end up at a end state. Learning the actual like theoretical parts of computer science, I think, is a little bit more tricky. And honestly, school is actually probably a good place where you could learn stuff like this, or like online courses that are covering more of the like sciencey parts of computer science. But at the bottom of it, a lot of it is math and just like discrete math and, you know, proof theorems and you know, complexity and other stuff like that. So like, if you learn from textbooks, maybe textbooks are a good idea. I don't know though. Ethan says, ugh, I have to wrap some C++ right now. I really dislike it. Yeah, wrapping C++ isn't that fun. Especially if we have to build like an ABI around it and like worry about all those fun differences. Although, mostly what I usually do with that is just like make a C API for it and then wrap the C API. So you end up with a wrapper of a wrapper of a wrapper. Oh, Simbox has a good recommendation. That's good. Yeah, let me know how that book goes. That way I could start recommending books as well. Because I really should build up a list of like recommendations, because I feel like I answer all these questions all the time, but I'm not the best qualified to actually, you know, give recommendations on these topics. But okay. Let's do this. So I'm gonna clone this project. pytest-nunit. And you'll see that we do actually have some issues here. Git grab -l slave. And we're gonna replace the word slave with worker. Local hack to handle xdist report order. Yeah, I think we can just do that. Worker input. Prevent opening the XML log on worker nodes. Hey, what's up, Rune Trimmed? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's run the tests. Do we have a suite for... Oh, we got trailing white space here. Oh, there's no pre-commit config. But my editor knows. Boop. Do we have a test for xdist? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Although we try it in Azure Pipelines. What's up with that? Install packages and dependencies. Oh, I guess we do run outside. Oh, those are the integration tests. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So this is covered by the test suite. Use more inclusive language and require xdist greater than or equal 1.22. Was it 1.22? I forget. I think it was 1.22.3. Oh, I closed that tab. Here it is, 1.22.3. For those looking for messaging, the minimum. Hey, what's up, Blast the Speakers? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day's going well. Mine's going pretty well. Minimum version necessary appears to be xdist 1.22.3. Hey, what's up, Falcon Lock? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Ethan says, yeah, the library I'm using has a C API which barely allows you to do a sliver of the C++ API, but it's enough for what I need. Oh, I hate when that happens. Rune Shim says, I'm following every Python streamer on Twitch. There aren't many, but they seem to be growing. Thank you. Awesome. Well, welcome. Yeah, I mostly do Python. Sometimes I do some other stuff, but for the most part, it's Python code. I'm actually gonna unsub this because I don't want the notifications, but yeah. Git branch, git push origin head. I opted for removing support for older xdist. For simplicity's sake, I could adjust this patch such that it produces a warning/error. Instead, what are your thoughts on this? Actually, we're not going to put that into the description. Results 43. Anyway, that one's easy to fix, so done with that one. Can delete that one from my inbox. Yes. Okay, so then we can work on this other thing now. Simplex says, I used to use a split keyboard similar to what you're using, but it made me useless on normal keyboards. So this is kind of a new experiment for me. This keyboard was actually provided by Kinesis, and they were like, oh, we noticed you use a keyboard cam on stream. You know, we'll send you a demo keyboard and you can try it out and see what you think of it. And as I break my keyboard on stream. And so I've been like trying it out and kind of learning how this keyboard works, and I'm still not like super up to speed on it. If you do Bang Keyboard 2, Bang Keyboard 3, or Bang Keyboard 4 in chat, I actually have a couple other keyboards. Let me show you my other keyboard that I've been using a lot and I really, really like as well. So let me go get that. A little bit dusty right now because I haven't used it in a while. But this is the code V387 key. I really like this keyboard, and it's a normal keyboard, but I'm actually like fine typing on either. I also spend a lot of time on my laptop, which is over there. Oh, you guys can't see it; it's off screen. But yeah, I'm still like, you know, still good at typing on normal keyboards. This is also like not the most extreme. Oh, that's what happens when I move it. Is the little feet get all messed up? Anyway, you know, this isn't the most extreme of the kind of split keyboards. It's not contoured or anything. It's just like moved apart. And I'm pretty good at it. I'm about 100 words per minute on this keyboard, whereas I'm like 130 on that one. But, you know, close enough. Yoda Droid says, was wondering what Python linter to integrate with our code base at work. Finally chose Flake 8. Awesome. Yeah, I find that Flake 8 is probably the easiest choice to like make in that department, kind of because it's easy to like, you know, it's easy to extend if you need more functionality from it because there's a whole plethora of plugins. But it's also like pretty reasonable out of the box. Like it has a style checker and a correctness checker out of the box, and like, you know, works pretty well with that. I mean, it doesn't actually implement any checks itself. It wraps some tools that do that for you. I'm actually the current maintainer of Flake 8, so so nice. Amazonix says, I fell for the mechanical keyboard meme. I hated it. It has Cherry MX Blues way too noisy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of clicky keys or like super clicky keys on, you know, actual typing keyboards. I do have some like clicky keys on like auxiliary things. Like this is keyboard 2. If you look at the commands, it is literally a 2-key keyboard, and its switches are very, very clicky. Extremely clicky. But yeah, these are reds and those are clears, which are not as clicky, which are a little bit nicer. Hey, what's up? Don't break the rule. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. What rule are we not breaking? Yoda Droid says yes. Anthony being the current maintainer had something to do with the choice. Nice. But yeah, let's clone this guy's patch. They've contributed to other pre-commit stuff before as well. That's not what I want. I clicked on the wrong thing. If you click on their photo, you'll get their actual user profile. The only reason I know this is because I've seen this dude's or girl or whatever. I'm not not gonna assume. I know they've contributed pre-commit before. I just don't remember what it was. Whatever. Anyway, their profile looks familiar, so that's why I'm saying that. ctemp git clone pre-commit / action. Okay, we'll get their branch. Blast the Speaker says, what are some Python tips you would suggest for a beginner? That's a good question. So I would learn like basic syntax first, I guess. As for like tips, it's kind of hard to have like generic helpful tips. I think like, you know, try and build projects and like learn a lot of stuff is probably your best advice there, and like build something for yourself, not for other people. Hey, what's up, AmazonX? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. If you're looking to get started with like open source, I have like a particular video about that one, which I can share with you. Let's see. I really wish I should just make a wiki page that just links all of these. How do I get started in open source? Yeah, like this is like some good advice for that. But yeah, I mean, like be open to like not understanding things, like get good at asking questions, and like, you know, expand your horizons is kind of my advice there. Hey, what's up, JR Boss? Welcome back. Write code, lots of it, says Simplex. Yes, that's also a good tip there. Jared says Linux Squad. Kind of. I'm also running Windows. Hehe. Commands is missing a command that does the job you wanted it to do. Arjuna says, find a resource and stick with it, don't jump around. Yeah, that's some good advice as well. Which command were you guys looking for that wasn't there? Because we can just add the command. Super easy. Jerbus says fake news. Right? Amazon says, I was wondering why he puts xlift in his title. I thought bang still would answer that somehow. Oh. No, bang still is just a meme. It's supposed to be like, you do like bang still answering questions in chat, and it'll be like, haha, answering questions in chat in 2020? Why would you do that? I don't know, it's a reference from like another channel that I watch. I think it's Soding's channel. It might also be Dalright's channel. I don't know. One of the two did something like that. Get used to understanding what's not going on. It gets better though. Yeah, it's true. Exiled says dual boot systems give you the best of both worlds. Yeah, except like the context switch you have to do whenever you have to restart. I find that that's a lot. Hey, what's up? Diadaka Kinetic, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Thachidar says, build tools you need in your life and can help you, and open source them so other people who know better can help you improve your code if they find your tool helpful. Yeah, that's some other good advice. I like a lot of things that you can do in life can be like simplified in very simple ways. Like here's an example that we did for Twitch chat. I used to like spend a bunch of mental energy to like remember what position I was in Twitch chat and like, think about it a lot and click through my head to figure out where I had answered or not. And I would often miss people. But I created this little user script which runs Twitch chat thingy. It's on GitHub. Anthony writes code. We wrote this small little user script which allows me to click on a particular place in chat and put a little outline around the last one that I had read. And where did that go? And the other cool thing is like if I'm off screen, I can click this jump button and it'll jump to the position in chat where that is at. But when I read through chat now, I can say like, oh, JR Boss says my problem is not knowing what to code. Like I'm past the beginner stage, but I don't know what to code anymore. Then I can click on that and say, okay, well I've read this one, and so now I know what position I'm at in chat. But like this is an example of like a little problem that I had and like some small amount of code that I wrote that fix this problem for me, and then I was able to share this with other people, and so other people can benefit from the same user scripts. But I don't know, just kind of a little thing like that, and like you can kind of extend that further to other stuff. Hey, what's up, C. Burek? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Sergey says hello there. Welcome back. Hello. Yoda Joint says, no need to ask anything. Typing bang commands lists the commands, though there is no commands command. Ah, yes. Yeah, oh, because it's an unknown command. That makes sense. Yeah, so bang help will do that, though. But yeah, any unknown command will spit out the commands, which is pretty nice. Jared says, I use dual boot. Unfortunately, some things can't be done on Linux. Yeah, that's true. Simplex says, and if you're stuck for ideas for a project, just search online. There are a bunch of ideas. Yeah, there's like a starter projects. Programming starter project ideas. There's like some website that does this. Not that one. Not that one. Is it this one? I don't know, but any of these will probably have lists of things of like things you can get started on. I don't know, this has some examples, but like, yeah, just search project ideas and you'll end up with project ideas. Just for learning, and like some of them might be beneficial to you as well. I would encourage you to find something that's going to make yourself feel better about stuff, like, or like is going to improve your day to day, because then you'll be more motivated to work on it. Exiled says, yeah, which sucks. If only we could have the best one. on one OS. That would be the dream. Yeah, it's true. Parsa says, I just posted one of the best comments on GitHub. I hope that the PyFlags dude can understand us. I will be amazed if he closes the issue. I always suggest making a starter project that will help you personally. Yes. Oh, you're referring to the improve the community experience issue? Yeah, I'm gonna look at that after the stream because I don't want to get more incensed about it on stream because that doesn't feel like a good thing to do. Kinetic says, I'm just gonna call you Kinetic if that's okay. Says, everything can be done on Linux. Sometimes it's just very inconvenient. Yeah, through like Wine or whatever, or like a emulator, VM, or other stuff like that. Yeah. Ezenik says, did you quit your job because of COVID? No, I didn't quit. I was part of the layoffs. But yes, presumably due to COVID. I don't actually pay attention to Lyft's financials or anything, but I assume when people aren't going places, they don't need lifts, and so the business was struggling, and Lyft laid off 17% of employees, and I was among those 17% of employees. But I'm actually, in a way, like kind of happy about it because, you know, I wasn't super happy at work, but also this gives me some time to, you know, do some cool stuff with you guys in Twitch, but also work on projects that I want to work on myself. Hey, what's up, Dawson's Teal'c? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day is going well. The person says he's not a quitter. I did quit at Yelp, though. I got pretty fed up there. But, so I have quit some stuff before. But, let's see. RKJ says, I've been following the Serenity OS project, which is super interesting. Oh, what's unique about the Serenity OS? Zoloy says, I saw Uber was having layoffs in Europe now too. Yeah, they had a big chunk of layoffs as well. Stevo Bandito says, you know who is going places with Lyft? Some homeless dude about a month ago. Yeah, so the reference there is, on the day of the layoffs, I went into the office to pick up my, you know, desk stuff, and I had been drinking because, you know, fuck it. I just got laid off. I might as well have some alcohol, right? And I went to the office, picked up my stuff, and as I was going to like take a lift home, this homeless dude was like, can I see a map on your phone? And I was like, that's a little bit weird. And I was like, or no, first he wanted to make a phone call. I let him make a phone call because like whatever. And then he's like, can you show me a map? And I was like, sure, but aren't you going to like Santa Cruz? That's like super far away. And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna start walking. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you'll be there in like 2 fucking days. I was like, well, you know, I have some Lyft credits left over, and fuck it, whatever. You know, just lost my job. I'll pay it forward in whatever way I can. And so I was like, I'll just call you a ride. And so I paid for like $110 Lyft ride to Santa Cruz for a random homeless dude that I will never see again. I guess some of it was credits, so like I didn't do that all out of pocket, but yes, I I sent a guy on a journey due to random happenstance. Excel says, I got laid off as well, but started a new job. Starting my new job 2 weeks ago, running healthcare/payment gateway software. Ah, sounds cool. RKJ says, I understood that reference, yeah. Jereboss says, if about to lose, don't. Can't be fired twice. But you could be fired twice if you rejoin the company. Although, who's going to rehire somebody they fired, right? Way to be a good guy, Greg. Oh, man. Good guy Greg that's an old meme. Checks out, though. RKJ says, Serenity is an entirely open source operating system, web stack, and a bunch of other cool stuff. The creator has a YouTube channel where he posts development videos. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. But yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we were rebasing this guy's patch. I'm out of water. I hate when people work on their master branch. Because then I gotta rebase their master branch. Trim master, get branch -u origin master. Okay, at least it's cleanly 13 commits on top of it though. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna go fill up my water. So I'll be right back, and I will see you guys in a second. This one? No, it's this one. I'm back! How's it going, chat? Oh my god, you guys have said so much stuff while I was gone. I'm gonna have to catch up on that. Okay, but I have water, which is good. I thought there was a knock at my door, and I thought it was the Amazon ferry, so I went to check on that, but there were no packages, so I don't know what's up with that. And I didn't see any people, so I don't know why. Maybe it was Phantom Knock. Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm going crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Wasn't anything there. Let's see. Dawsonus says, I just got banned from another developer stream because he was working on his master branch. And I said, I think it's bad. Somebody banned you for that? That's a little excessive. Excessive use of force. I usually just grumble about it. I'm not gonna ban people. I feel like I've only banned people that have been like incessantly annoying or like, you know, actively harmful or, you know, say things that are racist or hateful. But for the most part, you know, you guys control me and it's fine. I might time you out if I think it's funny, but or if I don't think it's funny, but I don't know. I'm not gonna ban you guys from like telling me not to work on master. And most of the time I don't work on master. There's a couple of projects where I just commit straight to master where it's like very much my own project and I just don't give a fuck about. Like my YouTube thumbnails, that work is all done on master. Or like my chatbot, I do all my work there on master. Or like, I don't know. But yeah, branching workflow tends to be better. Simplex says there are a bunch of companies picking up the developers that are being laid off. Yeah, that's true. I'm actually not exactly looking for work right now, so that's why I haven't done that yet. Which one says Gooby Goobler? I like that name. That's pretty good. Couldn't you tell it was in the science and tech category? He was obsessed with Rust too. Was it C. McGriffin? CM Griffin? C. McGriffin. That's what it always is in my head. I see his channel a lot, but yeah. Oh, there's a still hiring list on levels.fyi. Nice. He told me I know nothing about anything and then banned me. That's funny. Zoller says the Amazon ferry. Yeah, that's what I refer to as Papa Bezos's, you know, bi-daily deliveries. The homeless guy wants another ride. Yeah. Parsa says, what have you ordered again, Anthony? I don't know that I actually have any orders. I think I have one outstanding order. Unless I forgot to order it. Nope, I have no outstanding orders. Shit. You know, sometimes I have dreams about ordering things on Amazon and I just think that I actually did that. And this is one of those. Damn it. Okay, anyway. Back to this view. I didn't realize I was stuck in selfie mode. I thought I was at least showing chat. My bad. Not make says, "Hey dude, we can see your keyboard you were sleeping with." Yeah, this is my girl. Yes, the sweet switches. We spoon. Most of the time I'm the big spoon, but sometimes the keyboard is the little is the big spoon. I'm the little spoon. But yeah, she's real good. What a fucking weird thing to say. RKJ says a certain Twitch staffer may ban people though. Has Juice banned anyone? I feel like Juice hasn't banned anyone. Zoller says, you know it's a good Linux distribution when they have a merch store. Does Ubuntu have a merch store? Do they really? Oh, it's closed. They no longer have one. Huh. Which does Fedora have one? Oh, they do. Huh. Anyway. Person says it's his previous keyboard, that sexy normal mechanical keyboard. Mechanical black keyboard, yes. That's funny. Steve Benito says, just talk up how awesome Alpine Linux is if you want to get timed out here. Steve Bandito knows what's up. RKJ says that's his sideboard. Yeah. my former squeeze. Siblex says, the other day, I dreamt that my boss was sending me messages about being mad at me, and I woke up in a panic. Amazon X says, almost like that Futurama episode with ads in his sleep. Oh. Levinson says, so did you split with your new keyboard? I don't know. I'm still like feeling this one out. Like I'm getting much better at it, and I really like it. But I'm also like slow at it. So I'm still not sure which one I'm gonna use full time. But it does, you know, it looks cool. But it means that other people have a really hard time typing on my keys or my keyboard. Zoller says, I was checking Manjaro, they had one. Oh, I see. Are you gonna tell me about your Lord and Savior Arch Linux next? He hasn't filed the divorce papers yet. Man. If we're, you know, do you ship Anthony X keyboard 4? Fucking weird thing to say. Okay, so I'm gonna just take this this guy's patch and squash all the commits first off. And let's see, amend, do the actions caching in JavaScript instead of YAML. And we need to fix this thing. And then we need to adjust other parts of the code. But that's the basics, I guess. Hugata says jQuery. What are we talking about jQuery? Why are we flexing on jQuery? Where did you see jQuery? Because I actually like jQuery, but it's becoming less and less necessary. Well, it's pretty much unnecessary at this point, to be honest. Let's be real. Laura says, I use Ubuntu in my work VirtualBox, looking to deepen the water a bit with my private box. I see. I see. Hey, what's up, Hakatas? Hello, hello. Welcome back. It's good to see you again. Zoller says, I looked in the installation guide for Arch and I was like, nope. Yeah, it's a little daunting. Simplex says, unfortunately, I have to use Windows 10 as I only have my work laptop, and that has to have Windows 10 on it. Well, you could set up a virtual machine, because I'm running Windows 10, but I'm also running Linux in a VM, which works well for me, but you know, it's another option. We triggered the bot. This is like a 1 in 5, I think, to happen. I don't know, the random code is like super flaky for some reason. Random, if it's less than 90. Oh, does that mean it happens 90% of the time? Yeah, that would make me believe it happens 90% of the time. But people were saying Windows and Linux a whole fuck ton, and it really didn't. Oh, no, we skip it if it's 9, so 10% of the time. Okay, so there's 1 in 10. This, I don't know why I wrote it this way. I should have done random.random less than 0.9. That would be a much less shit way to do this. But anyway. Kinetic says, I do it the other way around. Linux is the host system and Windows in a VM. Oh, for MS Office. Yeah, that makes sense. I triggered the bot again. Wow, what's the chance of that? Like 2 triggers in a row is like 1 in 100. Go buy a lottery ticket. Steve Bandito says, I triggered it when I mentioned Alpine Linux a few minutes ago. I see. Amazonic says, what did you mean when you said, I don't like when people work on master? I have to rebase my work. I almost never use rebase. Just wondering the use cases. The main reason that I'm fixing up their branch right now. And if I name it master, many times I will accidentally push it over my own master, and I really don't want that. I want to push to their master. And so I just have to be like extra cautious when I do git push origin head. And it means that I have to locally rename their branch to something else. So I can't just check out their branch directly because it's, you know, their fork has a branch that's the same name as my master branch. So I have to, you know, jump through some extra hoops. The rebasing is kind of unrelated, a little bit unrelated. Master, yeah, master 2. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot to tell you guys this, but I did some renaming of a repo on GitHub, and it was kind of tricky, but this repo used to be called precommit.github.io, because that's where we used to host the documentation for precommit, but you know, that only lasted for like a week, and then I bought precommit.com, and then we just host the documentation on precommit.com. But for like 2 years, GitHub didn't give you the flexibility to have a repository posted on GitHub pages that was CNAMEd from another domain, but have the branches being renamed differently. So anyway, long story short, I renamed this repository to precommit.com. I caused 3 minutes of downtime on the documentation, but now the branch can be named back to master again. Because this used to be called real master, and this used to be called master. And oh boy, was it confusing. And it, like, a bunch of my user scripts are broken because of it, but now the branch workflow is back to like a normal branch workflow. But I did this a couple days ago, and I forgot to mention it on stream. But it was I didn't intend to cause downtime. I was actually pretty surprised. Apparently renaming a repository on GitHub will disable GitHub pages, whether or not like you were intending to disable GitHub pages or not. So just a word of caution if you're going to rename a brand or rename a repository that has pages enabled. But anyway, kind of a little off topic. Okay, so let's do this. The other thing that this person did that I don't really like is they put their helper functions at the bottom, and I prefer to put those at the top. So I'm gonna move these up. Why is this a tuple? Why is this a list? Anyway, so we're gonna fix some stuff up here. Index.js, yeah, so I have main and then the only helper function above it, and so what I'm going to do is take their code and move it. I thought I heard something fall in my house. I'm losing my damn mind. How does this work? Yes, like so. Okay. We'll move that up there. Just do that first. So this is just a code move, no actual changes there. Commit that. Now the next thing that I wanted to do is replace this line with the same code that I had before. So this should be here. Hey, what's up, MSRKC? Is that Mark? Hey, what's up, Mark? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hey, what's up, DeadEnd008? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so I wanted to... This can be one line of code, I'm pretty sure. Import require process exec sync. Is that a thing? No. What is this? Exec sync node. Oh, it's the drop song. Yes. Child process. Child process dot exec sync Python -c import hash hashlib, comma sys, print. Actually, we don't need that. We can just do print sys.executable plus sys.version. This is really all we were meant to get out of this. I think this needs to be a list, if I had to guess. Buffer! What the fuck are you? Res, do you have attributes? Oh. That's not what I expected. Hold on. Exec sync. Oh, we want spawn sync. Of course. There's exec sync and spawn sync. Oh boy, that is a little bit more thing here. Standard out. No, is it output? There we go. Null buffer buffer. Fuck is this supposed to be? Why is the first thing null? Okay, I will read the docs. Standard IO is a string or an array, which is the child's standard IO. Largest amount of data in buffer allowed on standard out or standard error. If exceeded, the child process is terminated. Oh. Didn't know that's a thing. Oh, I forgot the import. Yeah, so it's probably failing. That's why. Although I would have liked it to have, yeah, thank you for that. I definitely did miss that. Oh, and now standard output has buffer. Okay, cool. That's what we actually want. Dot standard out dot to string, and this is the thing that we will hex encode. Let's see, we can use an f string here. Although maybe someone is using Python 2, so maybe not. Uncut syntax error. Oh yeah, we got an extra single quote there. There we go. Needed to escape the new line. Cool. Let's see. Blue Andy says, oh hey, what's up, Mindful Fox? Hello, hello. Blue Andy says, hey, does anyone know how to convert Unity Engine.vector3 to a float? No idea. Mark says to string maybe. Yes. Import sys, thank you. Yeah, we got that. So that looks right now. And a little bit less extra than this, which is good. Juicebox Hero says, wow, check out this nerd. Alright, Juice. I see how it is. Hey, what's up? Nick Oh boy. Hey, what's up? Let's see. Nick Tvergesent ED. I'm gonna just call you Nicked. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Akita says, I'm useful. Feels amazing, man. Yes. Hey, what's up, Zayotic? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Okay, so get Python. What is this actually used for? Get Python version. Pyver. Yes. Return. Child process. Look at this shit. You ready for this? Boom. Babby consort. Fucking dope. sort. Okay, return child process dot Python sync Python, and then -c import sys print sys dot executable plus new line plus sys dot version. Cool. I could probably golf this down a little bit so it fits within those characters. Python args dot standard out dot toString. Although we kind of want to know. Wait, this returned 1? Res equals this. We kind of want to check the return code. Return res dot standard out dot toString. String. Cool. Zionic says, do Twitch employees get staff tags? Yeah, they get a special little badge on their chat that says that they're staffs. Yeah, so Juice has one. They also show up specially in chat as well. If you go to users in chat, you'll see that there's a staff category, so that you know when you gotta be careful about that TOS. In before Anthony writes code has the staff tag, right, Huckatos? Yeah, when do I get my staff tag? Okay. Maybe, is there an option? There should really just be an option to like raise on error. I guess not. Guess not. How do I error? Throw new error, probably? Probably? Do I really not have any throw in here? Oh, there we go. Throw E. Oh, that's not my code. I don't know what this is about. Sionic says, wow, gotta be careful, yeah. Kerbob says, they're like partner badges though, right? They can enable / disable them as needed. I don't know. Juice, can you disable your staff badge? Is that a thing? I feel like you can't. Jerobot says pip3 install staff tag. Yeah. Mimlevox says make sure you negotiate more bits per month. Yeah, what they give staff like 300 bits a month or something like that, which is like 0. Hey, what's up, Juan Carlos Paco? Welcome back. Can I disable staff badge? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, this is the weirdest Python syntax I've ever seen. Yeah, it's JavaScript today. Might be. You just need to be fired. Lose your job to disable your staff badge. Hard mode, right? Is there a random new line here? Let's see if res.status throw new. How do I I'll throw an exception in Python or in JavaScript. I don't even know what I'm doing. Throw Python version failed. I don't know, something like that. So we can put, well, it's not async anymore. It is now synchronous. Get Python version. So I think if I just put this in an interpreter and get Python version, that works. If we were to break it, And do this, and then get Python version. Uncaught type error. Cannot read toString of null. Okay, well, we can do that instead. Oops, we need to actually do this. Get Python version. Where the fuck are you getting toString of null? What is going on here? Am I like losing my mind? Is it not letting me clobber this? Oh. Is this not what I expect? What's going on here? Why does that? Illegal return statement. Oh. Right. How do I JavaScript? Okay. I guess I can use does not equal 0. That would work. Okay, so this is executable not found. Cool. And if we change this to an error that way. Okay, cool. And then this one will work. Python. Sorry if you guys told me in chat and I'm just dumb. Okay, that works again. Korab says, I could have sworn I'd seen someone that was staff without the badge. I'll take my salary in bits, please. That would be wild. Mindful Fox says, is this Dino? No, it is not. This is the nods JS. Juicebox Hero says, I can just make a second account without the staff badge. Yeah, like your bot doesn't have the staff badge. Juice Bottle Hero, Juicebox Villain. Juice Circle Hero. Pagadas says, by the way, what are you doing with Node.js? I'm working on the GitHub action for pre-commits. I'm actually rebasing someone else's branch. Wine Orb Villain. Level Fox says, does res.standard exist? It does, but it's null, which is what we eventually found. Yon Script says, one Carlos Paco, indeed. Kurt says, hi, is that Ubuntu 20.04? It is indeed. This is Ubuntu 20.04. Some small modifications. I've bumped up the font size. I am using my own text editor, which you can do bang editor to look at my text editor. And it's running in a VM, so it's actually Windows. But yeah. Res.standardout sounds like a command to remove an STD. Yes. Why Node.js though? That's basically the only choice that GitHub Actions gives you if you want access to caching and other stuff. Otherwise you have to do the Docker-based approach, and then you don't have nice things, which is unfortunate, but yes. What is OS used for? Oh, os.homedir. I'm just gonna ignore all errors. Actually, let's read the docs for this. And we want to actually put this back because it looks like it's used in 2 places. Const cache. Path seems like too common of a variable, so let's do that. Okay, let me read the docs for this thing because I don't know how it works, and I don't necessarily want to trust someone else's thing that it works. This is not what I want. Actions, toolkit, cache. GitHub, boo. Yeah, at least it's not TypeScript. I could have written some TypeScript. Hey, what's up, Easy Life from me? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Actions, core, tool cache. Oh, is it undocumented? Oh no, here we go. Provides functions to cache the build outputs. Read more here. Oh, it's the code. I don't want the code. This is also the code. Fucking... This doesn't look like it raises an error. Why do they have error handling code? Hey, what's up, Specs? Who says, what is going on? The more I learn about the Python interpreter and how it imports things, the more I hate it. Yes, so the thing about Python is imports are all just side effects and global variables. Yay! Corbob says, is it valid JavaScript? Then it's valid TypeScript. Indeed. Easy Life for me says, do you have a project description? Yeah, if you run bang project, it'll show you what I'm working on. I already did one thing today, which is cool. Kirt says, why do all Twitch coders use Windows? They don't all use Windows. But one of the reasons is that OBS works a lot better on Windows, unfortunately. But hey, look, I'm using Linux, right? I'm at least doing all my development in Linux. So I don't know. I feel like that should get me at least some brownie points, right? Right? A few. But yeah, I don't know why they have this error handling code here with race condition. I wonder if they had a commit message that added that code or not, or if it was in the original one. Let's look at their commits. So when somebody adds 13 commits to a project that only has 30 commits, like, really? Now I gotta fucking search through all of these to find it. It's in their original commit message. So that's not helpful. I think I'm just gonna remove the error handling code and try it out without that and see what happens. So we don't actually need this function at all. We don't need this function at all either. Why do they have a return value here when they're not using the return value? Make sure the braces line up there. It's interesting that we save the cache so early. But I guess it's fine. It seems fine. Let's see. I think this could be a function. Don't necessarily agree with the way that they've organized this. Whatever, fuck it, it's good enough. This no longer needs to be here. Oh, what did I do? Control U, that's what I wanted. Cache paths. Cache paths. Okay, I think this is good now. Hash string. Let's call this pi. And we hash the pre-commit config. And we should bump this version. Anyway, I think that looks good now. Cool. Simplifications. Res is not defined. Line 20, 21, and 24. 20. Indeed. Indeed. I should have put the reorders in the other patch. Whatever. Kurt says, isn't Linux just more suitable for development, especially for web dev, Docker, a better terminal? Yes, that's why I do development in it, personally. WSL 2 solves a lot, and the Windows terminal is pretty fire. Oh, you're right. When Twitch acquired Curse, they got all of the Curse emotes. I forgot about that. Twitch's Windows app is complete ass. Yeah, it's not the best. JS is a bash script replacement, right? I mean, I would rather write JavaScript than bash. Personally. Personally, I would rather write JavaScript than bash. But I'd rather write Python than JavaScript for scripting. Spec says, what do you know about the Twisted Matrix framework? I was thinking about using it for a network application I have been writing. Like Twisted, the HTTP framework? I will say this, if you do write Twisted code, you will not have fun debugging it, because it is a royal fucking pain in the ass to debug a Twisted app. Then again, like, you're probably better suited for async IO if you're going to do some sort of modern async framework. And that's not easy to debug either. Twisted is a very mature project, though, and has like some really nice developers. I've met a bunch of them in person. They're really cool people. I just wouldn't choose it if I were writing a web application. But that's me. Twitch desktop app is Curse. Yes. It was the rewritten Curse client. Oh, so yeah, it's rewritten. It's different. Curse was pretty, pretty slim back then, but now it's a little bit more complicated. I would rather write brainfuck than bash. There you go, Corbob. That's the actual answer. Okay, so I think this is good now. So this is the tricky thing that I have to do here. Head master -- force. So we're gonna force push their master with the changes that I made here. And then we're gonna merge this and try it out. Unfortunately, trying it out is a lot of fiddly work. So we'll see what that does. Nothing is easy to bug. You would use async IO. I would probably pick async IO over Twisted. They're both the same ideas. They're both an event loop driven web framework. Twisted is going to be a little bit more mature, but it also carries its legacy with it, and not legacy necessarily in a good way. Oh, I forgot to change their commit message. That was what I was going to do. That is what I was going to do. Oh, I did change their commit message, just not to this. Juan says, I prefer bash over JavaScript. Okay. Simplex says, C++ is superior to all, don't at me. Man, people have like really been aggressive with adding me on GitHub recently. I kind of get it, but at the same time it's like, really, guy? Why are you adding me into this thread? And most of the time I'm like happy to help, but like sometimes it's like, I know nothing about this project. Why are you asking for my advice on a random issue? Hey, what's up, dead body? Hello, hello, welcome back. My ex named Brian wrote a library for brainfuck and named it Brian Fuck. That's good. I like that. Juan says, but I like NimScript, can identify OS and Linux distribution, distro, etc. That's neat. Brian Fuck. I like it. Okay, what was I doing? I've forgotten what I'm doing. Hey, what's up, Hayden? Hello, hello. He says, what's up again, Tony? That's me. Hello, hello. Okay, so we did this, we did that, blah, blah, blah. Got rid of the error handling. Oh, I didn't get rid of the error handling. Is this not refreshed? Oh, I just forgot to delete that function. What the fuck is going on here? Oh, I just forgot to delete the function. Wait, I lost all my changes. Oh. Oh, I see. I force pushed my not completed branch. Anyway, that should do that. It's like, oh no, what did I do? Did I lose all my work somehow? Is it my text editor's fault? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was my text editor's fault. Okay, this is better. Much better. Much, much better. Oh, we were gonna rebuild the package.json too. We will edit this. And we'll npm I. So it did perform some modifications. Why did it downgrade Semver? God, I fucking hate NPM. What a goddamn mess. Oh, it just moved where it had installed it? We're just gonna assume it's fine. Whatever, fuck it. Whatever, fuck it. I'm sick of JB's here. Oh, Juicebox Hero? Yeah. She is here. Indeed. She is very here. Hayden says, what the fuck kind of problems are you having with NPM that mean you have to read the log file? I was just trying to figure out what it's doing. Because it was installing UUID where it didn't need it before, and I was confused why. And so I thought blowing it all away and starting over would tell me something new. And it generated this confusing diff that I was just like, why did you move where this package is, even though you didn't change any of the versions? I don't know, sometimes I like to see what's going on under the hood. But it's fine. I'm just gonna, you know, plug my nose and pretend everything's okay. As I do. But anyway, this looks good now. I'm gonna merge this, and then we're gonna... So unfortunately, the way the release for this works is I have to merge it to master, and then it promotes, and then I test it, and then I tag it. So master can be broken for some amount of time, but that's fine, I guess. Those docs are me wrong though. Okay, so did I unlock my password manager? We did. Nope, that's the Firefox keyboard shortcut. Dead snakes. Issues. Bot. No, not sign up. I want to log in. Dead snakes. Yeah. And not gonna type my password on on keyword cam, although you will see that it's Control V. Oh no. Now you know my password. Oh, fucking two-factor. Where's my phone? Type in my two-factor code. Oh no, now you have my two-factor code. The worst. Anyway, I think it's this repo. NPM is not an okay thing. Change my mind. Unless you love JS but hate NPM, I'm going to have to ignore you. Yes. GitHub workflows. I gotta change the version here. Edit that. This is the nice part about this. I get to delete all of this shit. Boop. Oh wait, I deleted too much. I've gone too far. There we go. And then we need to grab the version from this thing. And copy this commit. And splat this in here. Let's try that. I always hate when people who've never written a line of JavaScript shit on its ecosystem, to be honest. I mean, I've written JavaScript, so what the fuck is going on here? Do you see this shit? What is going on here? I've got a scroll bar for like the background of this. I wonder if this is a responsive thing. Here we go. Commit directly to master. Hide your eyes. You saw nothing. Okay, this is gonna run on master. That's good. Let's see what we get here. Workflows for pre-commit to pre-commit. We gotta make sure this works. Wasn't there crazy NPM drama with the founder back in the day? There's tons of NPM drama all the time. All the time. Again, I hate that in any language. Carbum says, I get to delete all this. Oh shit, I deleted too much. Not like this! It's true. That is indeed what happened. Undelete, yeah. Megaton says, I'm working with Vue now. NPM is kind of strange for me. Cache saved successfully. That sounds like a thing. Interesting that there's no like cache output before this. Also, the scrolling is all fucked up. God damn it, GitHub. Gotta go to the raw log to actually see what's going on. Okay, so this one installs pre-commit. And right here, there should have been some cache stuff, but it didn't do any cache stuff. So this is it building. And it seems fine. And here's where it ran the cache stuff. Okay, cool. So in theory, if we do this again, we do another commit, it should hit the cache. So we should see a cache hit after we do that. JS frameworks run on pain, says Juan Carlos Paco. Python devs can have a say on JavaScript once they start using proper blocks instead of indent-based blocks. You can't change my mind. I actually really like curly braces and semicolons. So, are you convinced now, Hayden? Oh no, that's not what we want to see. That is not what we want to see. The fuck is this shit? Ugh, fucking garbage. Fucking garbage. I guess we do need that code. Fucking garbage. Why would it do this? What a stupid API. What a stupid API. What a stupid API. Like, seriously, why would it fail on cache setup if it already exists? Of course it already exists. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to check if the cache restore succeeded and then skip it. Maybe? Maybe? Mibs? Or are we just like ignore all errors? Also, this cache seems too... Oh, it did work, though. Oh, this is stupid. This is fucking stupid. YXHubed says, Python is perhaps not coming from the strongest position when it comes to criticizing other languages' package ecosystems. Yeah. I mean, Python packaging nowadays actually isn't that bad. But the distutils era, I can definitely agree. Like, that shit was garbage. Fucking garbage. What a stupid API. Everyone who ever worked with an API, yeah. I don't understand why this would be a thing. This is just dumb. It's just dumb. Okay, anyway, let's fix it. I guess their code was correct, so sorry, Trim. Sorry, buddy. I hate that there's no tab completion for get remote RM. I think we can just probably just do, let's see. If not restored, run this. Do they have an API example? Oh, that's not the right thing. That's not the right window. Returns the cache key for a cache hit and returns undefined if the cache is not found. Yeah, okay. I think that's fine. -m, do not save the cache if it was restored. So we'll try that instead. Wax says, is there tab completion for get push :branch? That does the same thing, right? I'm trying to delete, so I had multiple remotes configured, not multiple branches configured. So I was just trying to remove the reference to that other remote. It doesn't actually matter, I didn't actually need to do that. Hey, what's up, Llama with memory loss? You've been here before, welcome back. Welcome, welcome, as I am wont to say. Simplex says, does anyone recommend Qt over WX widget? I've only heard good things about Qt versus WX widget. I'm not super familiar with either of them from a programming perspective, though. Hey, what's up, Exiled? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your day is going well. I saw you in chat earlier, though. Webpack slow, Parcel better. Yeah, I'm using Webpack right now because I found a bug in Parcel, which I have to like continually ping until the heat death of the universe, or I just fucking give up. But yeah, I couldn't use this due to this bug, so such is life, I guess. All right, so this should rebuild over here. Dated 1 minute ago. You can grab this new version. And we need to go into here and update the version. Edit. Paste. Commit. Done. Guy why says, oh, redeem to play Type Racer with chat. Okay. Alright guys, we'll do some Type Racer. Let's see, typeracer.com. You guys are probably gonna beat me though. Am I logged in? Yeah. Let's see, race your friends. I'm gonna paste this, and you guys need to join, okay? And then we'll do some Type Racer. Get my the hungriest hippo has entered the racetrack. All right, we got some people. Let's go. Ah! Oh, that's spelled wrong. Oh, that was slow. That was super slow. Alright, we're gonna do another one. Why was damning spelled with 2 M's? That really bothers me. Alright, we're gonna do one more. Once this one finishes. And then it'll, But yeah, guest with 101 words per minute. That's pretty good. You got me there, guest. Exiled says, Intel updated wireless drivers on my laptop and broke my wireless driver in Ubuntu. Oh man, that sucks. jQuery or bust. Traverse the DOM before it was cool. Yeah, it's true. Okay, we're gonna do one more. Everybody join from the same link as before. Alright. Fuck yeah. Get wrecked, chat. Okay, that one's pretty good. 110. I think that's the fastest I've typed on this keyboard. But anyway, that was fun. Thank you for redeeming that, guy. Why? Hayden says 52 words per minute. Peepo's sad. Hungry Hippo says, I fat fingered so much. Damned incorrect spelling in typewriter feels bad, man. Yeah. Ah, well, you'll have to get it next time. Cheater! I didn't cheat. Oh, not native English, yeah. Juice says, okay, chat, I'm falling asleep. I take a nap. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, Juice. I'll see you around. I saw you start your typing bot. I've got the fucking keyboard on screen, guys. You guys can see it. Okay. Did I actually run this? Did we actually update this? 9.6. Yeah, this is the one with a bunch of 7s in a row. Trip 7s! We got trips, guys. Okay, so this should be... Did it run with... I wonder if it ran with the cache this time. Let's see. Yeah, restored the cache. Cool. Okay, I think that's good now. So we're gonna release this, and we're not gonna make the same mistake I made last time. Last time I tagged the wrong branch. Let's see. So we gotta replace 1.1.1 with 2.0.0. We're gonna say this is a breaking change because it does change how the configuration works. The 2.0.0, we'll let that promote. Hey, what's up? Zilkatech, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Slow joining in. Oh, I see. Those are robot hands controlled by the robot. Beep boop. Do not let chat know. You use a keyboard? Kind of. Hayden says, can confirm as channel staff. Anthony does indeed own 2 robot hands. You pushed ahead? Yes, I always pushed ahead. I actually have a YouTube video about this, I think. Or I was going to make one. Did I actually make this video? How I push branches. Here we go. Simplex says, I did a race, 63 words per minute. Damn, I'm rusty. 63 is pretty good. 45, I believe, is average. So 63 is above average. You were doing well. So 1 minute ago, 22 seconds ago. Cool. So now we can do a release here. And the way that we do that is we go here and we draft a new release. And the 2.0.0, and I'm going to check the right branch this time. Do caching inside the action. You'll need to update your configuration to remove the cache code. I should reference the PR that did this. It is 31 by trim21. PR number 31 by trim21. Boop. And that's that. Oh, fucking A. Really? You gonna make me type in my password to make a GitHub tag? That's dumb. Oh no, my password is Control-V. Okay, cool. Anyway, so yeah, I've been streaming for 2 hours. I think today is going to be a shorter stream, because I actually have some stuff that I need to do. Oh, I wanted to give you guys an update on pre-commit CI. So I'm going to show you my little demo real quick. Wait, can I do it without leaking creds? Actually, I can't do it without leaking creds. No! Anyway, I'll just tell you about it then. So what I'm working on right now is I'm setting up a GitHub application. I actually can't show you the GitHub application either. Actually, I can. github.com/apps/pre-commit CI dev. Yeah, so I've set up this GitHub app, and I've gotten it to the point where I can authenticate with a user and upgrade their authentication to an OAuth token. So basically, I've implemented GitHub login. I need to next do the webhook setup, and then I can actually have my first like end-to-end run of pre-commit CI. I worked on this a little bit yesterday. This was actually part of the reason that I didn't stream yesterday, partially because I just felt like shit, but also because I knew that this would just be like leaking creds left and right, and so I didn't really want to do that. I even set up a separate account just so that I don't leak creds, and even that like leaks too much permission. So yeah, but anyway, I got like more of the GitHub app stuff working, so I'm gonna continue working on this off stream until I have something that I can show you guys without, you know, just like giving away all my user creds. But it's getting to the exciting point. Pretty soon we'll be setting up like AWS to run this in the cloud, and then like we can actually onboard some users to run stuff. If I give you my, what is Scriblio? What is this? Oh, this is the like Jackbox kind of game. I actually have stuff to do though. Sorry, so I'm not gonna do this right now. But maybe another time. At this point, you can just leak them and make a script rotate. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you can automate the rotation though. Is the other thing. I guess I could do like a thing. But anyway, I gotta go. So I'm gonna do my little spiel. Send you guys off to another channel. Sorry for the short stream today. Hopefully I'll have a longer stream on Monday, and more stuff to show you guys. But yeah, let me do my little spiel. So if you like the content and you want to check out more content, I upload all my streams to youtube.com/AnthonyWrightsCode, and I've also been uploading other tutorial-like content where I explain a thing similar to how I answer stuff in chat, and you can check out those on youtube.com/AnthonyWrightsCode. I have an updated stream schedule, which is on noon for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, noon Pacific time. I'll be streaming, as well as 11 a.m. on Saturday, which is this slot. And I announced my streams in two places. One of them is on Twitter, and that's twitter.com/codewithanthony. I basically post something like, I'll be streaming in such amount of time. And I also announced on the Discord, which is Bang Discord. I know you guys want me to do it, but I really gotta go. I'm sorry. He fears he will lose. Yeah. No, I probably would lose. I'm like garbage at Jackbox. Hey, what's up? The CS Mine. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, that's all I've got for today. Thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you guys around in the future. Let's go find someone.